day 2 is done and dusted, and we're looking forward to another jam-packed weekend of Premier League action that's coming up. Of course, we've got about 2 weeks left before the international break, first international break of the season.
Yeah.
2 teams so far were absolutely perfect from their last 2 matches, maximum points. They'll be up against each other this weekend. It's Liverpool against Arsenal, the big one. Of course, we're going to preview some other games as well coming up this weekend in the Premier League. Mr. Milane, you all good, brother?
I'm good. I'm
Away,
good. And
away,
yourself?
away. All good, brother. All good. Liverpool, Arsenal, maximum points from the first 2 matches. They have a match at Anfield this weekend. How do you think that's going to fare up?
Liverpool are going to win.
Just like that.
Simple as that. I just think the margin will be a bit smaller because of the attacking force that Arsenal bring to the table. But Liverpool are going to win. But I do feel...
You think so? You think it's going to be that easy?
I do, yeah. It's
that simple of a fixture?
It's that simple. I've got nothing else to add, really. To be honest with you, it's at Anfield. You guys are formidable there. You're turning Anfield into a fortress, as we are seeing now. So I don't feel that... I don't know. Yes, Arsenal have the attacking firepower, but I don't think they have the gees to actually go there and
Because I was actually going to say that Arsenal fans are going to have an argument to that because they've made reinforcements in the summer, offensively and defensively towards the end of the transfer window.
Okay.
Kieran Tierney came in and David Luiz is also there.
You know, you almost laughed when you said David Luiz. So it tells you how much of tells you how much of a joke it is. Dude is not a defender. He's a phenomenal player. Not counting anything against him. He's a phenomenal player, but not a defender. So having said that, they just bought another attacking person. They registered him as a defender, but he's just another attacker.
So you think they're still going to leak at the back?
Arsenal will always leak until they really just sit down and be serious about reinforcing the back.
Okay, so no changes from there. Liverpool a win for Liverpool on Saturday.
Comfortable win. I think. In fact, I'll put my head on the block. If they didn't make the reinforcements, if Arsenal didn't make the reinforcements that they made, I would have said 5-1. But now I'm gonna say 3-1.
Okay.
Like that's how confident I am of this.
I want us to talk about Chelsea now. Chelsea have had a very interesting start to the season. Of course, they haven't won a match so far under Frank Lampard. He obviously sailed his way back to the bridge this past weekend.
Yes.
And a draw against Leicester, of course, and this week against Norwich. Playing Norwich City.
Look, I think, like I've been saying, everybody in Chelsea, don't panic. Everybody calm down. Still early days. I think it's still, as you watch the team, they're building together and coming up together. So everybody just calm down. That win will come. That's all I have to say.
But how do you think this is affecting Frank Lampard now? Because he's still searching for that first win as a manager.
Look, because we know he's such a competitor, he's gonna feel there'll be some part of him that feels down, obviously. But given the circumstances, the transfer ban, you losing your best player, the best player in the Premier League, not just your best player, but the best player in the Premier League. Hazard, you know, being a young manager, having a young squad, not being given the opportunity to spend money, all those things, you know, they come against him. So there's that one side, but he shouldn't knock himself hard.
Away at Norwich at Carrow Road this weekend, a very, very tricky customer, Norwich, with their star striker. You
know, I think this is why we love the Premier League, because there's no easy game, really. It's always tricky. So, he'll go there. I think I'm going to put my neck out there. I'm going to say they won't win. Chelsea will not win.
Another draw?
I foresee a draw. In fact, I see an upset, but I'll stick with draw for now.
You actually foresee a Norwich win somewhere there?
I do. I see like a smash and grab in the last 5 minutes. I see that sort of scenario, like a 2-1 at the end of the day, like that sort of scoreline.
That's actually very interesting because I was also seeing something like that, a bit of an upset coming from Norwich because they're very, very good going forward.
They're tricky, they're slippery customers, so you don't know what you're really going to get, and it wouldn't surprise both you and I if Norwich actually win the match.
Okay, we're going to talk Manchester United now. So Monday Night Football, Manchester United away at Molineux against Wolves. A draw. United haven't won the whole of last season. They didn't beat Wolverhampton Wanderers. They knocked them out of the cup and they beat you guys in the Premier League as well. So United are at home this weekend against Crystal Palace. So how do you see that going?
Look, touching on the match that we just had against Wolves, Wolves are like our bogey team. We just for some reason we cannot we cannot get over the hurdle, and we had an opportunity, and Pogba unfortunately missed the penalty, and that resulted in the draw. And that's
actually one of the talking points. So everyone after the game was talking about how Pogba took the penalty from Rashford and he ended up missing. Solskjaer said Pogba and Rashford are the designated penalty takers at United. Do you think that should be a case? Don't you think there should be one person who's taking penalties?
It shouldn't be the case, but he's trying to appease Pogba. That's the way I feel it.
But do you think that's the right thing to do, though?
Well, obviously it's not right, because
it's clearly not working now.
And the thing is, Rashford he took a penalty the last week
against Chelsea, and he scored.
So I think he was right. Rashford, that is, riding on confidence, having taken the penalty against a very big team and scoring.
A pressure penalty.
Why didn't they why didn't Pogba just allow him to take this one? Nobody knows, and many people have spoken about this, so we're not going to go into much detail about it. But the point is this: Pogba took it, he missed, and unfortunately, on the other hand, he did face a lot of racial discrimination on social media, which obviously we don't condone anywhere or in any place or in any case. So that was the unfortunate part, and drawing at Wolves,
disappointing.
Disappointing, so, but at least it wasn't a loss. I'll take that.
At home to Crystal Palace this weekend, how do you see that?
Tough. I see a 2-1. I see a 2-1. We're gonna win 2-1, but it's gonna be tough. In fact, I'm leaning more towards a draw than a win. But if I were to stick my neck out there like I always do, I'll say 2-1 to Man U.
2-1 to Manchester United. So we're going to wrap it up now with Manchester City. Of course, a very entertaining match from the past weekend against Tottenham. A VAR match again, once again, VAR getting Manchester City.
You know how like Wolves are our bogey team?
Yeah.
We know who City's bogey team is. You know, VAR. Like that. It's a City versus VAR.
Which one? It was actually a correct decision, but the thing is that it was sort of like a replay of what happened in the Champions League as well last year. It was the 90th minute, it was a goal and a disallowed goal.
The scars are still open from
it's still fresh.
Yeah, still too fresh. So it was a correct decision, great match. It was all entertaining. What we as spectators want from the Premier League, and we're just all round happy.
City are away at Bournemouth this weekend, so do you see a bounce back from them?
I see a 7-0.
Bournemouth is actually a very good side. They won 3-0 this past weekend.
I don't care.
Against Aston Villa.
Come on. I see like, okay, on a serious note, I see a high-scoring match, preferably like a 4-0 or 5-0.
Oh my God! So no goals for
Bournemouth? No. No offense, Bournemouth, but come on.
Yeah, of course, guys. There's many fixtures coming up in the Premier League. We just previewed a few of them, and we're definitely looking forward to the big game, of course, on Saturday evening. It is at Anfield. Liverpool against Arsenal. Arsenal are winless in their last 6 games against Liverpool. Conceded 2 or more goals in their last 8 visits to Anfield. So it's going to be very interesting to see how that fares up. We're wrapping it up now, Mr. Melane.
Guys, thank you very much for tuning in again. Please comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we'll see you guys next time.
Cheers.
Sure.